Rightio guys, welcome to another episode of the Gunman Raw. So today we've got a full respray on this this van here. So I believe it's getting done for like Australia Post or something. Yeah, well, I mean the colour would kind of confirm that. So what we're doing first is scan sealer. It's like an adhesion promoter. With these jobs here, of course they're brand new cars. And Australia Post need them to be red because that's the colour of Australia Post vans, I guess, and Australia Post vehicles. But the recommendation is to not even sand these cars at all because this product here makes anything stick, right? It makes paint stick to old paint without sanding it. So it appears to work because I did the roof last night and I sort of I had a bit of a look and it does seem to stick really well. But what I did do, bloody hell man, what's going on with this? Keeps getting caught. But what I did do, you can probably see that I've sort of lightly scuffed it, and that was because I noticed there was like a bit of grit on the paint. So if you paint over grit, you're going to have grit under your paint, and who wants that? So I gave it a really quick 800 just to get it smooth to the touch. If anybody likes the idea of doing this kind of work, or even just wants to learn, my boss came over the other day and he said he's looking for painters, even probably preppers. Yeah, so we're in Dandenong South. You may not work at this branch, but we've got a few different branches. Now this is a transparent sealer, right? It actually isn't red, but what I did was, well, they recommended it, but put a little bit of the red of the van in with the sealer, in with the transparent sealer. They probably don't actually have to, but it can't hurt. It's just going to help the coverage when we do go to putting the red on. But yeah, like they said just a bit of extra focus on those edges. Like if it is to peel, it'll always be from the edges, and that's generally because you don't get enough of the sealer on. Good product though, I tell you. I can't remember the product code, but it's a Delfleet, which is PPG truck line. But the colour dries really slow. I guess it's because it's designed to paint such large areas, but even when you use like a fast hardener, which I don't like to do and I'm not going to do, but from experience this paint, it does dry slow, so I just paint it and then just leave it overnight. Like overnight it goes really nice and hard, but yeah, it really needs a bake and then just leave it overnight. Good old A&I F160 1.3. This is my workhorse. All my wet on wet primers, 2K direct lights, I use this gun for. It never lets me down. Nice and fast, pumps it on, reliable, big fan, loves it baby. And it's a very cheap gun. If you want a cheap gun that will just perform day in, day out, have a look into this one. And even if you don't like it, well, you haven't broken the bank anyway. Of course, Spray Guns Direct have these, so spraygunsdirect.co.uk. When you're over there buying yourself a Gunman spray suit or some Gunman merch, grab yourself one of these. Last I checked, I think they were like 170. Either way, they're under 200 bucks. Of course, you do have to pay shipping on top of that, which is generally like 40 Australian to get to Australia, so not too bad. Yeah, you don't need a super wet coat, just a nice sort of closed coat. And that doesn't take long. They told me just like 5 minutes type thing. So pretty much whack it on and then go mix up your colour and go straight in. Now get under there, yeah. Just check those edges. I mixed up, I didn't waste any paint, which is always good. It's a pity they couldn't take that glass out. I'm a bit concerned about that edge. I masked it the best I could, but you can only do so much. Alright, I'm going to take this off when I'm mixing up the colour. Hopefully the audio is a little bit better when I'm painting there. Because now we've got the GoPro out of the case. At the very least, I'm expecting it to be much better now. So, what was the mixing ratio? 2 to 1 to 0.5. I've got it written down here. So that was the product number for that scan sealer. They call it scan sealer, but it's F3974 Delfleet. As I say, it's their industrial truck line. Now we actually do have ready for use. I wonder if I would need to know a formula. Actually, I don't know any truck color codes. Delfleet. I was thinking of trying to mix it up on the computer, but I don't. I'll have to just mix it up on the can. I don't know any color codes for any trucks. Let's see if we can Google it. Or edge it. Let's see if we can edge it. Can't see anything there, man. Let me zoom in. They're all tiny. Where's my freaking HD, man? 2150. Because we do have Delfleet enabled paint lines. Delfleet. There we do. International was the right one too. So this should have the right formula. We'll go to reduction. Delfleet 2K. Accelerator, we don't need that. Delfleet, what's HO? 2K accelerator. We need a 2 to 1 to 0.5 ratio. 3 to 1, 2 to 1 to 0.3. Bloody hell, man. All these different ratios I've got. 2 to 1 to 0.5, there we go. So then we'll mix up, how much are we gonna need? I reckon easily 2 full pots, so we're gonna need pots like 900, so I'd say 1.8 litres. Probably just go full 2 litres for that. Maybe left over with a little bit, but we may not. We'll see how we go. So we just put the colour, because it's pre-mixed, up to the last one there. So 1, 2, 2, 4. Hopefully there's enough. Good. Over poured that a bit now because we've got a 20 litre can over there. It's messy getting it out. As you can see. I'm gonna over mix that a bit. That's close enough. I'm not going to use fast hardener. I'm going to use normal. So we need 600 of that. Extra 10 or 15 grams won't make a difference. And then slow, they say slow thinner, but we're just going to use normal. And I'm taking note of how much colour I've been using. 1, 2, 50 or thereabouts. So how much? 278. That'll be heaps. That will be heaps. So yeah, if this kind of work looks interesting to you, be sure to send us an email, thegunmanraw@gmail.com. I'll get in contact with my boss. Like I say, probably not at this shop here. We're pretty right here. But my boss has got loads of places around Melbourne. He's got a few anyway. But yeah, mainly here in Dandenong South, which is where I'm working. Yeah, he does like, he's got a truck place. He does like industrial and truck painting. I heard there's better money or more money in the industrial side of stuff. So it's one of those things, like if you're a good employee, if you're a good worker, like you may not even necessarily have to have experience in their trade. He'll give people a shot, right? And he values good workers, but he's also not going to just get walked over. He's not going to be taken advantage of. But if you're, you know, if you prove yourself to be a good employee, you know, you come in every day, make sure you're always there, put in the effort, you'll be rewarded for it. Hard but fair, I would say. I actually think hard but fair is more fair for everybody, because I've witnessed bosses that are too nice. That's actually unfair on the people that actually do the right thing. That's what I've found, because then the people that don't, they just get a free ride, and it gets resentful for other people. Won't get too much into it, but yeah, I think you've actually, like a good leader will be firm, basically. Not allow themselves to be walked over by the weaker people or taken advantage of, because like I say, that actually makes it unfair for the other people. But that's looking nice. It's amazing how that stuff just makes paint stick to shiny paint. It really is. That respirator back on. Now it's a bit of a humid, stinky, sticky old day today, I'll tell you what. Melbourne weather is not exactly the best in the world, we'll put it that way. You get the freezing ass winters, you get the hot humid summers, but the summers aren't as intense as Perth, but it's much more humid. I actually prefer the Perth summer, although sometimes it can be nice to get that cool change come through, but in saying that, you usually get that in Perth anyway. Sometimes it's around 40 psi, that's the benchmark, but sometimes I'll drop it down a bit on the second coat if I want to get a bit more material on. But yeah, the more pressure that you use, the more overspray you get, and you'll get like a thinner film on the paint. So you'll get like a less orange peely finish, but you'll get less paint on. But sometimes, depending on what the job calls for, you might want more material on there. Like a car like this, we're not looking for a perfect finish, right? Of course, I did the roof separately yesterday, especially on a big van or four-wheel drive. I will always do the roof separately. I think that'll get that edge fine. I'll just poke my head up there, but I don't think I'll actually need to stand on there to spray it. I think, yeah, that's done it. That reach is okay. Just want to visualize what my gun's doing, and I know I'm not going to need those crates anymore. Yeah, like you can see, one coat pretty much gets it covered. So it's got a good coverage, nice strong pigment in the colour. But most 2K colours are like that. You don't get many direct gloss colours that are bad for coverage. Yeah, there we go, guys. Something a little bit different. Got some industrial paint work. I've done a bit of it over the years. I painted airplanes at one point over there in Perth. And to be completely honest, I don't like it. Like, it was cool the very first time. Maybe the half of the second time, but then man, the novelty really does wear off pretty quick. And you're like, mate, I would do cars any day. What we'll do on that second coat is swing them in so we get all the angles on the hinge. Friday, baby. Friday is now push-up day. I've been doing like a bit of exercising, incorporating that into my weekly routine, leveling up myself. And I saw a YouTube video the other day. What was it, like 5 exercises everybody over 40 should do. And push-ups are in them, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start doing push-ups, why not? So this will be my, I think the 3rd respray for the week. We did 2 Mazdas and then this one. But yeah, 70 push-ups, already done that this morning. It's not even morning tea yet. I used to do it after morning tea, but now, man, I've got it done first thing in the morning. I'll do my exercise. Love it, baby. I only do it 3 days a week. I used to do it every day. The guns, man. The man with the guns. This car's looking fine, man. Totally fine. I thought I might have missed a bit down there. Oh yeah, and you would be surprised. There was like runs here. There was a little drip off there from factory, of course. And even like, even big D-nibs in the factory paint. Like, nothing made well. The ones that were there were actually pretty big, the D-nibs, but nothing that I really care about. It's like, man, it's a commercial vehicle, who cares, you know? I guess that's why I'm not saying it because I care, I'm just noting it as much as anything. Factory paint is not perfect either, guys. I love this shit though. How many years have I been doing it for, man? And I tell you what, like yesterday when I was painting that roof, man, holding a big pot, heavy pot, reaching out over that roof, like even after me doing, what, 6 to 8 months worth of regular exercise, man, the old arm was getting a bit tired, but I was thinking, geez, I'm glad I have been doing the exercise, because if I hadn't, man, I'd be dying. So we've got 1.2 litres, we may even need a little bit more, you know, because I'm going to crank it on a bit heavier. We'll see how we go. Actually, we probably will be okay. But we'll see how we go. That's why we'll do the bonnet last, just in case we do run out. We're not going to run out sort of halfway through a quarter panel or whatever. Oh no, we should be okay actually. If one pot did, like I usually find you use a little bit more in the second coat, but if one pot did the whole first coat, then one and what's that, nearly a half should be fine for the second. But yeah, even like on just talking about strength, like it's good to have, man. It's good to have. You don't realize how much you use it until you need it. Like I did a full cut and polish on my Corolla on my Christmas break, right? And I remember, man, that used to be a bloody upper body workout. You know, leaning over and doing the side of a car, full cut and polish, man. It's a bit of a workout, but after doing regular workout, it's a piece of cake, man. It's really not that big of a deal if you're fit, you know. And especially like, because I usually focus on upper body. I do sprinting as well. I do sprint. Usually like 1 to 2 times a week, sprinting. But yeah, specifically the upper body on cut and polishing, man, you really use it. I've got like a bit of a hobby, which is retro gaming. So recently, me and a friend of mine, well, we've been doing it for years now, but we're building these emulation station type things called Batacera. It's just a little hobby, pastime, you know. As much as anything, I like the technical side of it and just figuring stuff out, making it work, you know. Like the computer side, I don't know why, I guess it's just like I like tinkering with stuff, and with the yeah, the computers have always sort of fascinated me, and just getting to play around with them and learn stuff about them is always a bit of fun. Where do you start? Bottoms up or top down? I've usually been bottoms up. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Whatever works, but especially in the hotter months, I think that when you spray top down, the overspray goes down in a downdraft spray booth like this. The overspray goes down, and if you yeah, on a really hot day, if you go top down, then the overspray can land where you haven't painted yet and start drying, and then when you do go over it, it might already be dry, and then it sort of creates a bit of a sand piling effect. Let me know what the audio is like on these sections. I'm imagining it's still going to be pretty muffled because my voice doesn't actually, it's not going to travel, it's still going to be vibrating through my mask. Is the audio you're going to be getting here, but yeah. Anyway, let me know if it's even any different. I'm still going to keep doing this setup because it's really good. There's tear-offs. I've got these little glass. I think they're made out of glass, but so you can clean them with vinegar. But you know, probably clean them heaps of times, but they are a tear-off if you need to. So what do we do here? There we go. Just turns out I pretty much got that angled anyway. But I was just thinking, oh no, I pretty much got it anyway. Still can't hurt to do. The last thing that you want is like, it looks red and then when you shut the door you can see like a bit of silver from underneath. But yeah, definitely gone through more material on that second coat. Oh yeah, life's good, hey guys, isn't it? Life's good. One important thing I've found is like, I get value out of doing things that you don't want to do, like make yourself suffer, you know? Like suffer through exercise gives you strength later in life, you know? Little things like that. Put yourself through things that you don't necessarily want to do is how you get stronger. Mentally, physically. And the bros, man, the bros really help. We stick together, I reckon, to do. I just want to say thanks to all the people that have helped me over the years become who I am. The bros. Bros before hoes, as they say. The bros will always be there, man. Some chicks, you know, they're there. My mum is awesome. She's the best. I'm paid to say that. And my wife. Just about run out already, so you notice the difference there. One on the first coat, one pot was enough to do the whole coat, and now we're already out. So yeah, definitely slow down a little bit on the second coat because you want to get a bit more material on. You may notice that I didn't even change the pressure though. So what have we got there? 400, so yeah, pretty much exactly what I said, a half a pot. Hopefully that will be enough, but it may not be. Might need like an extra 100 or 2 mils. But it's easy to mix up. We've got another patrol sitting out there waiting for me for next week. Happy days, man. Lots of work. Gunny's not going to go hungry anytime soon with the amount of work there is for me. When you got the skills, man, the skills to pay the bills. I heard like one of those investor guys say that, like in times, when times start getting a bit tougher, which they will, skills are what you want to invest in. So let's just say, I don't know, you lost a job, say you're an office worker, or I don't know, let's just say you do artwork and your job was taken over by AI. Invest in skills, man, because it's one of those things that, well, it may probably never go out of style, you know? Well, unless AI takes over everything and they make robots and all that shit, well, maybe it will, but you can't really, you can't factor all that kind of stuff in, can you? I can't breathe with this bloody mask on. I'm going to need a bit more. This is what I was saying I wish I didn't have to do before, but I do now. Makes a bit of a bloody mess. There we go, and then do a few reps. 1, 2, well, what's that, like 13 kilograms? Not even that heavy, but well, it's still quite a bit for me. So let's get another pot. How are we going to do this without making a bloody mess? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just making this up as I go, so you know what, I'm just going to bring it over here and make a mess out of it. I'll clean it up later. If you could see my visor, man, it's all fogging up big time. I need to take it off. Oh, have a look at that. Even this camera, there's a good chance it's going to flick off and overheat soon, so if it does, I'll say goodbye now, just in case it does. I'll turn this one back over. At least we didn't make too much of a mess around here. Could have been worse, could have been worse. How much you're going to need? Probably another 250. It's at 153. The walls are a bit. And then how much is that of colour? 153. Over poured a touch again, but it's alright. Come back and have a clean up soon. I put normal hardener in, didn't I? So we'll go over by a little bit. 270, is that takes it closer? Yep, sure does. Now it goes. Close enough. Don't want that hardener on that mouse. Now thinners, 35. Oops, a little bit too much there. There we go, making a right mess now. That'll all seep through to my arm too, but yeah, gets most of it off there. Spray suit has done its job. That was a little bit of colour that was sitting up in the top there. Man, that's starting to sting. Solvent sitting right on your sweaty ass skin when your pores are open. I'd rather take that bloody suit off. At least you can breathe. Alright, let's go, keep going. Yeah, I don't even know if the camera's still going, it's probably about to overheat. Oh, we're still going. Nearly there, nearly there. Today we take our colour, shaken not stirred. Shaken not stirred. A little bit extra thinners in this, but it's not going to do any harm. especially on the bonnet. Probably only make it look a bit better anyway. So there we go, something new on the channel. Spray painting a Australia Post van. Why not? Gunman Raw, coming at ya. How's that? Yeah? Maybe just wet that little bit up. It's gonna be a bit more peely than usual because we didn't knock it out this time with an orbital sander. We just went over the factory peel, and anyone that knows Mercedes will know that they're pretty peely from factory anyway. I did see something which I'm gonna try and pick out. A black bit of crap. Probably fell off the airline or something. I think I got it out. But it's gonna need a bit of colour there. She'll be right, mate. Good enough for the postie. Postman pack. I'll leave that respirator on when we're finishing the job off. This thing's about to overheat though, I can tell, man. Hopefully it's still recording. I'm not even getting my viewing window. It's too hot for that. But yeah, hopefully you get the idea of how it's come up. I'm pretty happy with it. It's red. And there you go, mate, the workhorse, absolute beast, 1.3 ANI F160. Stay in, stay out, man. Less than 200 bucks, best gun for the job. You don't mind sort of being a bit rough with it. You don't have to be precious. It's not your $1,000 DeVilbiss soda or water, but it does exactly what you need it to do. I'll use it out of choice because it's the best one for the job, I reckon. Anyway guys, until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.